Discoveries and inventions. 1. Fire. Fire played such an important role that it can be considered a turning point in human evolution. Discovery and first use of fire. The first remains of fire, where plants living on land burned, were discovered in the Middle Ordovician period, 476 million years ago. During this period, the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere was very low and combustion reactions occurred rarely. With the spread of plants and the increase in oxygen content, flaming reactions and fires began to occur more frequently. How people control fire. Humans are the only species that can consciously control fire. Homo erectus managed to control fire approximately 400,000 years ago. Different human species could use fire effectively as far back as 125,000 years ago. About 100,000 years ago, Neanderthals were also able to use fire. Archaeological findings show that Neanderthals cooked with fire, heated their shelters, and made tools. When Homo sapiens began migrating from Africa about 50,000 years ago, they carried fire with them and spread it to new continents. In this way, they were able to adapt to different climates and environments. Effects of fire control on human evolution. Controlling fire is one of the most important developments that changed the course of human evolution and differentiated us from other living things. The implications of this discovery are broad and profound, biologically and culturally. 1. Nutrition. Fire made it possible to cook food, significantly increasing its nutritional value and digestibility. In this way, people were able to get much more calories and nutrients from raw meat. The cooking process also reduces the risk of disease by destroying harmful microorganisms in meat. Fire has expanded the diversity of food by providing the opportunity to cook previously inedible plant and animal species. This has been of vital importance, especially in arid and nutrient-poor regions. Because cooked food is easier to chew, human jaws and teeth have become smaller over time through an evolutionary process. This left more room for the brain to develop. 2. Heating and shelter. Fire provided people with warmth, allowing them to survive in colder climates and spread to new geographies. Fire, used for heating and illumination, expanded people's living spaces by making it possible to live outside caves and shelters. Fire made it easier to process leather and hides, allowing for the construction of better clothing and shelters. 3. Security. Fire provided humans with greater security by scaring and repelling predators. Fire made it possible to see at night, making people more alert to the dangers in the dark. 4. Socialization and culture. The tradition of gathering around the fire has reinforced communication, cooperation, and group identity among people. Ateş contributed to the development of arts and crafts such as sculpture, ceramics, and metalworking. People gathering around the fire developed new words and grammar rules that allowed them to express more complex ideas and emotions. Fire has played a central role in many mythologies and rituals, and has contributed to the development of spiritual beliefs and practices. 5. Tool making. Fire made it easier to shape hard materials and make new tools, while wood and bone, hardened by the heat of the fire, enabled the production of more durable and sharp hunting weapons. The ability to process metals paved the way for rapid technological developments. Fire made it possible to turn clay into ceramics and sand into glass. These materials were used for kitchen utensils, containers, and decorative purposes. The production of more effective adhesives from plants and tree sap with fire has paved the way for the construction of complex multi-part tools. 6. Health and medicine. Cooking has neutralized the toxins in some poisonous plant species, making them edible. This situation expanded food sources. Fire was used in primitive surgical procedures to cauterize wounds and prevent blood loss. Fire helped prepare healing potions and medicines from various plant and animal sources. 7. Cognitive development. According to many scientists, the greater energy and nutrients provided by cooked food contributed to the rapid growth and development of the brain. Controlling and using fire in a planned manner contributed to the development of cognitive abilities such as abstract thinking, problem-solving, and long-term planning. Control of fire has not only enabled the development of existing tools. At the same time, It has directly affected the production processes of new technologies and made possible the emergence of disciplines such as metallurgy. It is perhaps not possible to fully understand the extent of the impact of fire control on human evolution. Humanity, which uses fire